Hello and welcome back to the channel on our continuing voyage to become better blues players. My name's Mark, and recently the YouTube channel David Bennett Piano put out a video where he took the chords from Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. You know, the song that featured in the recent series of Stranger Things? Well, he takes that song, takes the chord progression, and he shows loads of different songs that all use the same chord progression. Now, it was really interesting, loads of different songs, different styles, but none of them were blues. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be interesting to see if we can take that song, take those chords, and turn it into a blues, and then use that as an excuse to play a bunch of blues licks in E minor. So that's what this video is. So the way the video is going to work, you're going to see me play an example blues solo using 15 blues licks in the key of E minor over a backing track that is the chords to Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. Then we'll come back on the other side and I'll pull the licks apart. I'll show you how I'll put the backing track together, the chords, and then I'll pull the licks apart one by one with tab on screen so you can learn them for yourself. Okay, so here's a solo. Okay, so that was the solo there. Let's quickly just have a look at what those chords are. So the song Running Up That Hill, it's actually just 3 chords, 4 bars. There is a bar of C, a bar of D, and then a bar of E minor. So a bar of C, a bar of D, and then a bar of E minor. Actually 2 bars of E minor. So, turning that into a blues, let's make it a shuffle, make it sound like a blues, and you end up with this. C, D, and then 2 bars of E minor. Okay, and that basically was the idea I came up with to put together that then became the backing track that you just heard me play over. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'll pull the licks apart and show you the 15 licks that I play over that little repeating chord progression. But before we do, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, there is a backing track, so the backing track that you heard me jam over, that is available as a separate YouTube track. Check the description below for a link to that. Also, the tab for today's lesson is available free of charge, paid for by the Patreon supporters. If you would like a free copy of the tab, then please check the description below. Send me an email and ask for the tab for 15 blues licks over Running Up That Hill. And I'll send them back in an email next time I'll log on. You're not signing up for anything, not signing your life away or anything. It's the easiest way for me to just email the tab to you. Okay, big thanks to Patreon supporters, big thank you to those that donate to keep the channel running through the PayPal tip jar. If you're interested in that and the extra lessons that are available to the Patreon supporters, again, see the details in the description below. Okay, so with all of that out the way, let's get on with the licks. So it starts with lick 1. Lick 1 is over the first C and D chord and goes like this. Okay, and I'll do it again nice and slow. Okay, really simple lick. The way I look at this is I'm not thinking E minor in particular, I'm thinking the chords C and D. So the first one, if you imagine a C chord like this, we're just doing a run off it like this. Interesting thing with this is the double stops. That's the first half. Again, I'll do it nice and slow. And then the second half is over the D, and that goes like this. Okay, so I actually gave up one of the recent Patreon only lessons. Actually, we looked at this in relation to songs like White Room and a few other bits and pieces, which all use this kind of idea of playing off the major pentatonic from the chord. But the way I'm looking at it, I'm seeing that C chord, and I know I can just play a bunch of pentatonic notes in front of it and then a D chord and do the same thing again. So one more time up to speed. Okay, so that was lick 1. Lick 2 is a lot easier and goes like this. Okay, and nice and slow. Okay, and by the time we hit this lick, we're in E minor, so that's just like really nice notes to play over an E minor, very bluesy notes. Okay, so that was lick 2. Lick 3 then goes like this. And I'll do it nice and slow. Slide into the first note. Okay, in fact, let's put lick 1, 2, and 3 all together. Okay, in fact, lick 1, 2, and 3 nice and slow. Okay, that was lick 1, 2, and 3. Lick 4, now again over the C chord, goes like this. Okay, it's actually really simple, sounds really cool, sounds probably a little bit faster and more complicated than it actually is. I'm holding down the 8th fret of the B and top E string with my index finger just slightly on the side, and what I'm doing is I'm counting 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a triplets, okay? And each triplet is playing this little phrase. Okay, so we hammer on 8 to 10 on the B string and then hit the top E at the 8th. But we're letting them ring out. And doing that repeatedly 4 times. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, and up to speed. And nice and slow. And as I say, just letting the whole thing ring out. That was lick 4, that's over the C chord. Lick 5 then is over the D chord, and we start in the same way with the same triplet, but we only do one of them. In fact, here's lick 5 up to speed. Okay, so we start with just one of those triplets. We've now moved up to the 10th fret, so our index finger's anchoring there. And we basically then hit 10 on the B string before hitting 13 on the B string and bending up. So the whole lick nice and slow. So let's do, what was that, lick 4 and 5 into one another. And nice and slow. Okay, so what was that? That was lick 4 and 5. Lick 6 now goes like this. Basically just running down the E minor pentatonic box position 1. Nice and slow. So lick 7 now. Lick 7 is in box position 5 of the E minor pentatonic scale, and if you've watched any of my videos before that have featured box position 5, you'll recognize this little lick because it's my favorite box position 5 lick. It goes like this. Okay, nice and slow. Okay, look at the tab exactly for that, but basically, yes, we're just walking down box position 5. So I'm seeing box position 5 in my mind, and what I'm doing is I'm just walking down there using this little lick. Up to speed again, here it goes. And the only tricky thing really is that hammer on and pull off on the B string. So we start with the pull off, and then we've got this little hammer on and pull off. But we do that so fast, it's more like just kind of flicking the note past. And then we have the double stop before coming to rest on the root note, which is E at the, what's that, 9th fret. So I'll do the lick nice and slow. Okay, so that was lick 7. Lick 8 now goes like this. Again, box position 5. I'll do it nice and slow. Okay, and then where are we? Are we on lick 8? Or no, lick 9. Lick 9 then goes like this. Real old, nice, bluesy sounding lick. Just the only tricky thing with this is watch the fact that we're jumping from 9 on the G string to 10 on the B string, back to 9. You've got to get that jump right. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward, easy lick. Okay, so that then brings us up to lick 10, back on the C chord. Lick 10 then goes like this. And I'll do it nice and slow. So straightforward blues, box position 1 into box position 2. The thing is really, I'm bending 14 on the G, bend up, grab 12 on the top E before 12 on the B, and then I'm actually sliding into 17, and well, in my mind I'm thinking I'm sliding 15 to 17. Now sometimes when I do that, my finger just jumps immediately to the 17. You don't really hear the slide. I think that's the way it captured it on that particular performance, but you can slide from 15 into 17 or just hit 17. So just hitting 17 would be like this, but putting the slide in as well would be more like this. There's not much between them, and in the middle of a performance, in the heat of battle, who really knows, who really cares? But anyway, that's what the lick is. So that was lick 10. Lick 11 then is an E blues lick. Use the E blues scale, so we've got a flat 5 in there, and that goes like this. Okay, nice and slow. So just really simple, just walking down that E blues scale. One more time, nice and slow. Okay, and then lick 12 picks up immediately where lick 11 finishes off. Still ring finger on the 14th fret, and we play it like this. Okay, and nice and slow. And the only tricky thing with this is I'm using my ring finger on the 14th of the D string and also on the 14th of the G string, and I'm kind of going between them. Important not to let both notes ring out at the same time. We're playing two separate notes, but I'm just kind of rocking my finger between the two strings. Okay, I hope you're getting that. That's a little bit unusual to use your ring finger in that way, but that's the lick, that's what it is. So then we're up to lick 13, and lick 13 goes like this. Okay, and really slow, all we're doing is sliding in. I'm using my index finger and middle finger to slide in two notes at the same time, counting counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and I'll do that again nice and slow. So the slide is always on the beat. So one, so the slide is on the 1 and a slide 2 and slide 3. So that was lick 13, lick 14 goes like this. Basically just taking top E string 17 all the way up, bring it back down, pull off to 15 and then land 17 on the B with your ring finger and hold it and shake it because that's the root note. Okay, last lick now, lick 15, it goes like this. Okay, nice and slow. Notice when I'm picking, it's a up, down, and then pull off. So it's kind of all one fluid movement, just one pick. Okay, so that's the first part. Anyway, there it is. That's lick 15. That's all the licks. You can have a copy of the tab. As I said at the start, details are in the description below. Send me an email. I'll send you it back. That was 15 blues licks in E minor over Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush in a very bluesy style. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care, and I'll see you again.